Hi everyone. So this is my app. It's called Art Connect. Um, and here in my source main Java, I have my main application, which would be this one. It takes a bit to load. My computer is slow, sorry. So here's my main application. Then I have my controller, which is right over here. So I have all my get mappings and post mappings for each of my entities that I have, my delete mappings. So everything is here in my controller, as you can see. I have this for handling my errors, which is basically what we went through with the videos. Then I have my artist data. And so I have my constructor. I had to add some booleans so that I could show the information the way I wanted it, depending on what the request is. Here is my art piece data. And again, this is my constructor. And here's my expo data with a construction as well. Here are my DAO files on Art Connect DAO. So here's my artist DAO, my art piece DAO. So I created this method to find all my art pieces using an artist ID. And here is my expo DAO, which has three methods, one for finding an expo by date and the other one by location, and then for finding all expos basically. Then I have my entities. Here's my artist entity with like all my annotations. I had to add some extra ones because I was having some like nesting issues, so I had to Google that. Here's my art piece entity, and here's my expo entity. And then finally, I have my application.yaml file. And here's my SQL file that created the table. Now I am going to run my app. Run as Java application. So, okay, sorry, my computer is a bit slow sometimes. Okay, so while it's running, I will show you my schema. So this is Art Connect, and here are my tables: Art Piece, Expo, Artist, and Expo. These are my artists. So I click refresh: Isabella, Amelia, Ethan, Sebastian, Aria, and Oliver. So my app started successfully, and I'm gonna post an artist. So I'll have Sophia Chen for her full name, and her artist name is Aurora, and her bio. I'm gonna move this out of the way. And it was successful. So it gave me an artist ID. I have the full name, artist name, bio, and I mean, there's no art pieces right now. So let's check the schema, and it was added. Now, let's try to get all our artists. So this would be my URL for getting all artists. And here's a list of all my artists. So when I get all the artists, I don't want to get all their art pieces, otherwise it would be too much. So here's the list of all my artists. And let's see, I am gonna get one artist. I'm gonna try, let's try with Isabella, the number 7. So artist ID is 7. I'm gonna retrieve it. Here's my artist, and it has her artist data, her bio, and this time it will show me the art pieces and the expos that an art piece is in. So here I have all this. So it's successful. Now I'm gonna edit an artist. So let's look for an artist that doesn't have any art pieces for now, just so it's simpler. So here's one, Oliver Ramirez, and I'm gonna edit him. So let's change it to Oliver Gonzalez, blue, and let's see, Oliver Gonzalez, known for painting everything in different shades of blue. There we go. Oops, I need the, so let's put it. And it updated it. Let's check in here. So here's Oliver Ramirez. Let's see if it updated. And yes, it updated. So now I want to add an art piece. Here is my art piece table. And as you see, I already have quite a bit of them. I am going to add the ID is, the largest ID is 16. I am going to add an art piece to the artist I just edited. And it's going to be Luminous Nexus. So I'm going to send it. And here it is, Luminous Nexus. It doesn't have an artist yet. So, it's not showing me an artist yet because I just added it. Let me refresh. And here's Luminous Nexus. So it got added. If we go and check our artists again, it has Luminous Nexus. Now I want to update it. So I am gonna name it Luminescent. I hope that's how it's spelled. Voyage. Let's change the year to 2021. And I'm gonna name it Immersive Luminous Show. And I'm gonna send it. And it was updated. And here we can actually see that the artist is Oliver Gonzalez. Now we'll try again. So I want to see all my art pieces. And then here I get a list of all the art pieces that I have added. Again, just with the art, just like it happens with the artist, I don't want to have like a bunch of unnecessary things. So I just have the art pieces and the art piece ID, which I can see from here. And then if I want to see a specific art piece, let's see. Actually, let's try the one we just added and edited. I'll add 17. And I'm getting the art piece. So I have all the information on the art piece and the information on the artist. Actually, let me look for an art piece that is in an expo so you can see what it does. Let's see, one, I'm pretty sure I added that to an expo already. Let's see. And yes, here it is. So it tells me the information of the art piece. It tells me which expos it's included in, and it gives me the artist information. Finally, I am going to delete an art piece, so I'm just going to delete the one we just created, art piece 17. And it tells me that it deleted art piece with ID 17. Let's check our dweaver. Here's 17, refresh, and it's gone. So this is my expo table. I have up to ID 11. And as you can see, I refresh it. So I want to add a new expo. So this is how I add an expo. I have the expo name. I had an expo location, start date, and an end date. And it was successful. It doesn't show any art pieces because I haven't added any to them. And let's check here. And it's here. It was successful. Now I can also see, let's use the get and see all the expos. Oops, cancel, because I don't need headers for a get. There we go. And here are my expos. So I can see a list. And again, since it's the list of all the expos, I don't need all the extra information. I just want to see the expos. And let me see. I think Expo 7. Let's see Expo 7. What does it have? And here I have an Expo 7, and then it shows me which art pieces are in the expo. Now, let's edit one. So let's change the information of Fusion of Forms. So it's ID number 12. Here's my ID number 12. Let's change it to collection of shapes. And let's put another art gallery. Let's see, gallery 1. Let's do gallery 1. Gallery 1. And the start date, let's do it for 2024. And let's do it in January. Then the end date, let's make it February. Let's edit it. And it's successful. Let's check here, Fusion of Forms. And it was successful. You can also find an expo by location. I actually had to learn how to do this. So I write expo and then question mark, and then I want to search by location. So I'm going to look for gallery and see what I get. And I get Expo Nature's Canvas, which is in Echo Art Gallery. Surreal Visions, which is in Dreamscape Gallery. I have this in Gallery 1, Artistry Unveiled. Vibrant Visions in Colorful Art Gallery. And actually the last expo we added, which is Collection of Shapes in Gallery 1. We can also search for an expo by date. So I had this ready here to search all expos that are going to happen in from July 1st of 2023 up till July 30th of 2023. And there I have 2 expos, and you can check that. So this one goes from the 24th to the 29th of July, and this one also does. Now, let's try to delete this expo, collection of shapes. So again, we have Art Connect, expos, and then the ID, which is 12, and then this is set to delete. And it says deleted expo with ID 12. So it's collection of shapes, it's gone. So finally, I am going to add an art piece to an expo. Here are my art pieces. Actually, you can see my table, art piece expo, only pieces 1, 2, 3, and 5 are in expos, 7, 9, and 6. So I'm gonna use an expo that doesn't have anything yet. I'm gonna do 8 contemporary expressions. And for art piece, I'm gonna add Eternal Nightfall, which has ID 6. So here, let's check Expo 8. And here you can see it doesn't have any art pieces yet. So here I'm gonna put the expo ID number, which is 8. And for art piece, I think that was 6. So the art piece ID will be 6. And we send it in. So it shows me the art piece and the expo. Let's check here again if it got added. And yes, here it is. I actually remembered that we also need to remove an art piece from an expo. So let's remove our art piece 6 with the ID 6 from the expo with ID 8. So I have it here. So expo ID 8 and the art piece would be 6. So let's delete it. And it said removed art piece with ID 6 from the expo with ID 8. So here we have our art piece 6, ID 8. Let's refresh and it's gone. It worked.